Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us in another one here on the Coach's Desk. We appreciate you being here. And with the ladies 100 meters, the hot semifinals. Listen, there's no exception where the men are concerned because these semifinals are going to be terrific. These semifinals are going to be exquisite. These semifinals are going to be tough. They are going to be hard. It's no safe passage into the finals. And if you want to be world champion, you have to face the best in the semifinals. So, people, with that being said, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll be delving into a few things that transpired in the 100 meters. Now, I will take you a little bit back into the um, session where you had the men's 100-meter heats, and I will tell you the persons who actually went through to the semifinals. All right. So the semifinals qualifiers include Leolela, Ajali, Oblique Seville, Noah Lyles, Kishane Thompson, Glaive, Bednarik, Simbini, Okan, Blake, Hughes, Tiboho, Blake, again, that's Ackeem, Seminu, Azu, Omeniala, Afrifa, Boonson, who else? Jones, that's Terrence, Andre DeGrasse, Courtney Lindsay, Ajibi, and Marcel Jacobs, as well as Longa. So qualifiers into the semifinals. Now, when you look at it, my people, when you look at it, many persons were scared. The fans, the civilians, the onlookers, they were scared because of what transpired in the first heat of the 100 meters. Yes, that first heat really scared the fans because of what transpired with Oblique Seville. Yes, it was a situation where Oblique Seville had a very horrible start, and I mean, he was beaten into third, and that came from Gift Leolela, the South African. He actually ran a personal best of 9.87 to make it into the semifinals, and Ajayi, that's the Nigerian, 9.88. Oblique was in third with 9.93. Nonetheless, a report came out from a news network that they spoke to Oblique. Apparently, he did not do any interview with the network. I'm not sure. But the reporter indicated that Oblique said he was having some personal problems because the reporter said that he run back on the field, but what happened there at the start? And Oblique said he's having some personal issues. And when I mentioned that, the persons who were on my stream got into a frenzy because they were thinking a whole lot of things. I'm not going to say some of the things that they were thinking because I don't want to permeate the atmosphere with anything. Yeah. But um subsequent to that, an interview was done, and Oblique, would have stipulated what really transpired, which we saw. Many persons wanting to know if everything was okay. And they thought the same network spoke to Noah Lyles, and he was like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. The man was panicking in the back. So he was throwing jabs at Oblique Seville. But you can understand all his fear, they say, in love and war. So for him to be showing shades there, that's no lies. He will do that. Remember, he's the defending champion, so he will do things like these to get into the psyche of his opponent, and he's very good for that. And you can't really blame him because you have to be tough mentally as a champion, and Noah has displayed that. Yeah, but we were able to, got ourselves um with an interview where there are a few things that persons have been saying that Oblique said. He said that after the 100-meter he had a number of races that he came from behind. So this is nothing new. As an athlete, you will not always get the perfect start. You'll have moments when you have to recover from a bad one, and He said he have learned his lesson both ways, so he knows what to do. Yeah, and then he spoke. He spoke to the uh, Observer, and I'm gonna share with you what he said in that one.
Safely through to the next round, but it's scary.
Yeah, no, it's not pretty scary. It's just that the person really run fast in the first round. But I'm not doubting anyone and with their performance. It's just that for me to just take it step at a time. And I know that I am in the semi-final. And it's just that I'm going to take it from here and do my best.
Pretty slow start, unlike you. What happened there in the back?
Things happen, but everything is going to be fine in the semi-final and finals.
You've had a really good season. You're coming into this championship as one of the favorites for the gold medal. How do you approach this competition, given the
To be
status?
honest, nothing has changed. Regards to my confidence level and my performance is still there. It's just that a little shaky at the start, but I have to literally run back. But everything is working perfectly in my favor. I think I have a number of races that I have run from the back. So as an athlete, it's not all the time over start. You're going to have some moments where bad things are going to happen. You just have to recover from it. So I have learned my lesson both ways. So I know what to do. Everything has changed for this season, and regards to my confidence level, everything is good for me, and I am pretty in a good shape. So I'm not really worried.
All right, good luck tomorrow.
So Oblique there speaking that he's not worried, he's fine. So if you had doubts, don't worry yourself. Oblique is okay. So I don't know if he was playing mind games with the US network about having some personal issues. But personal issues could be nervousness at the start. One thing I know is that from what I've understand, his coach is not in Tokyo. So I'm not sure if that is one of the issues that he's having, his coach not being there. But you heard the confidence that he displayed there, that he's not worried. He just had a bad start, and he had to run back in that race. So the fact is that he's in the semifinals, and we look forward to see how he maneuvers his way and make it to the final. Now let's look at the semifinals of the men. As you know, I believe that the women were better than the men in terms of execution. Um, where the 100 meters is concerned, I do believe that the women races, they were much more smooth, much more well executed from a technical standpoint. But nonetheless, all of these semifinals seem to be stacked. Right now, in semifinal one, and it's likewise with the females, where you have two athletes progressing automatically from each semifinals, which they're gonna have three semifinals, so that's six, and then the next best two times will progress to the final. So all in all, these athletes have to ensure that they step it to make it into the top two if they want to reach to the finals and have a shot of being world champion. So, Olympic champion or Marcel Jacobs of Italy, he is into that semifinals. He'll face Ajibi, the Canadian. Ackeem Blake of Jamaica will be in this one again. He'll face Noah Lyles. In this one, Noah Lyles will go up against Simbini, the Nigerian Ajayi, who sped to a personal best in the first round. He looks to cement his spot into this one. Jeremiah Azu, not certain if he's going to come out of this semifinal. Elvis Afrifa from the Netherlands. I certainly believe that ah probably I'm not gonna say that. But anyways, I think this semifinal is a stocked semifinal. Remember, top two, and you Marcel Jacobs didn't look bad, right? Akeem Blake didn't look bad as well. Noah Lyles got one of his better starts throughout his career. You get what I'm saying? Because Akeem Blake is a fast starter, and he wasn't too much away from Noah Lyles in that first round. Simbini, he's a late finisher like Noah Lyles. I am going to be eager to see what he will bring forth in terms of what will happen in this one. But this is a tough semi-final, especially from a Jamaican standpoint. I certainly believe that Ackeem will have to run the race of his life. He'll have to dip in the sub 10 seconds if he wants to be into that in that final. One of the fastest loser could come from this semi-final, but I would try to secure my spot. You could exploit Simbini not being the best of shape, and try to capitalize on this. He has a personal best of 9.88, and it is also his season best. So I certainly believe that Akeem can push and get back to that shape in the semifinals. The beauty about the semifinal is that you have to put your best foot forward, and you have to regroup, recover, and try come again for the final. So let's see what can happen for Akeem Blake in semifinal two. This is going to be a humdinger. I think this one is a semifinal of death. Can we say that? We could, we could. I think all of these semifinals are stacked. All of these semifinals are stacked. And when you look from a longer, the Colombian, Omenyala has not been having the best of season. I thought he would have been out of the championship, but he's there. He has a 9.77 as his personal best, 10 seconds at best this season. So I'm not putting man. The two persons that we're really looking at in this one would be Kenny Bednarik and Kishane Thompson, the world leader. Kenny has a at his best this season 9.79. Kishane at his best this season is 9.75. When you compare both of them into the first round, Kishane looks more fluent than a Kenny Bednarik. It's good to see two of the type of sprinters that I believe are power sprinters connect in the semifinal, and I think this would be a very good gauging stick or a measuring stick for a Kishane Thompson in this one. Zarnell Hughes is a fast finisher as well at his best 983. At his best this season he has 991. So Zarnell can pretty much make it. You have a Jerome Blake who has been doing well for Canada, season best of 995. That won't trouble some of the big names, but again, you have to put your best foot forward, and he has to do that in the final. Terence Jones, one of the Bahamian top athletes who we think could have been a better sprinter by now, but at his best 991, season best 1008. So let's see how he can. I think you have the man Boonson, he will be there. But for me, I think it's gonna be a three-horse race. Kenny Bednarik, Kishane Thompson, and Zarnell Hughes. It's the man that holds their nerves better or the best will ensure that they get to the line. You have to be in the top three, and this is another stack semifinal. In terms of the top two, we could also have the best second place from this one as well, our best fastest losing time from this heat. So let's look out whether it is Kenny or Zarnell. If not Blake, you can get two from this. So let's see how that one materialize. The final semi-final, Romel Glaive of Great Britain. He has Andre DeGrasse, and DeGrasse has been having a not so good season. At his best this season, 10.15, and over the years he has been a very good sprinter. But he has been having some coaching changes back and forth with coaches, plus injury concern. At his best, he can go 989. So we definitely can't rule Andre DeGrasse out in terms of making it to the final. The man from South Africa, Leo Lela, he actually ran a personal best in the first round. That's the same person who actually defeated Oblique Seville in the first round. Will he be able to repeat what he did in the first round, or did he move or run too hard in the first round? He's the fastest going into these semifinals. So certainly, let's see what the man can do. Another top athlete, Thibaut, he looks very, very good in the semifinal in the first round. Thibaut always look deceptive in his running, very, very fast athlete. I still maintain the point though that I think Thibaut should be doing the 4-2. I don't know if persons will ever agree with me, but I certainly believe that's how his cadence look to me, his stride length and his stride pattern in terms of a 400 and a 200-meter runner. But I'm not the coach, and he has a 986 in the 100 meters, 19.4 in the 200 meters. So I mean, he has 44 in the 400, so he has a very long range. Sometimes I wonder if he's serious about the 100 meters, but I guess that's his decorum, his personality, and all of these things. Abdul Rashid Semenu from Ghana, I think he's a very good sprinter. 984 at his best, and he got it this season. He was one of those touted to win the NCAs. He didn't. So let's see how he can come to this World Championship and even progress to the finals. You know what I mean? Israel Okan from Nigeria, he has a 10.03 season best, which is his personal best. So let's see how he can. Oblique Seville at his best 981. I still believe that he can go faster than the 981. This season he has a 983. So let's see how Oblique can bounce back from this. Lindsay, that's Courtney Lindsay from Star Athletics. He blew up the time in Eugene again, and I spoke about that in the females run 982. But we have not seen that in the first round from Lindsay. He seems to struggle there. I think he's a better 200-meter runner nonetheless. So let's see how he will maneuver this. This can also be seen as a semi-final update. I think Rashid will give a good run. Leo Lela and Oblique Seville. This is going to be a very good one. I just hope that Oblique does not have to run his best in this semi-final, because it's a stacked one and all the semi-finals are stacked. So let's see the progress of Oblique Seville. We still have the Jamaicans in line to actually get that 1-2. But what say you people? Big up on yourself. Stay safe. Until next time. Peace out.